You're watching The 7 from WATE 6 on your side.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories happening right now, and one topping that list is happening as we speak. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee is giving his State of the State address. It's an opportunity for Lee to offer his progress report on how Tennessee is doing under his administration and offer up his budget along with his priorities for the legislative session ahead. You're looking at a website right now. We're still waiting for that picture to pop up, but again, we're going to have so much more for you coming up tonight. We're waiting for that to get underway in Nashville, and we are expecting to hear about roads and bridges. You know, the governor saying already this year that infrastructure would be high on the priority list. The governor has been sharing the outline of a plan which would in part pay for upgrades with fees charged on special express lanes along with existing highways. More clues as to what's in store come from a preview video shared by the governor's office.
Like generations before us, it's our time to stand and move forward, to lift up our neighbors and guide them into the next great chapter of the American story, because Tennessee is leading the nation.
Now, the State of the State theme you see there, leading the nation, highlighting successes from Governor Lee's first 4 years. One example, Ford's Blue Oval City plan to be built near Memphis. The video points to Tennessee's track record as a model for other states. The governor's office also sharing a few excerpts from the speech. Transportation, as we mentioned, is among those bullet points. Also, Governor Lee is expected to highlight accomplishments in his first 4 years on improving quality of life in rural areas. And the speech touches on the state's near total abortion ban since the demise of Roe versus Wade, hinting at where the governor stands on possible tweaks to the rules. Now, one expert reads, in part, quote, pro-life is much more than defending the lives of the unborn. This is not a matter of politics. This is about human dignity. We can have a healthy debate about the policy specifics, but we can also agree that America is rooted in a commitment to human dignity. Earlier in the day, we spoke with state lawmakers from our area, getting an idea about what they're hoping to hear from the governor tonight.
To infrastructure, we've got a $26 billion backlog. That's something we need to speed that process up. Additionally, if you've driven down 40 or down Kingston Pike or down North Shore in Knox County, we have significant issues.
$5 billion of that is specifically going to go to roads. And then they say that's not enough. So I'm trying to figure out, when is it okay to take federal dollars and when is it okay to leave them on the table? It seems like they're fine to leave dollars on the table when it comes to Tennesseans' health.
Right now, the governor is speaking as we speak right now in Nashville. We're going to have a deeper look into the proposals coming out of that address for you tonight at 11 o'clock. Hope you join us then. Another life lost to a crash on Alcoa Highway. That is our next big story. And just in the last hour, we have learned the names of those two people that were killed, Frank and Nancy Winkler. According to Alcoa police, they were 81 and 82 years of age, respectively. Now, behind me, what you're looking at, this is a TDOT SmartWay camera footage of the scene of the crash near Wheeler Road yesterday afternoon. This was right around 1 o'clock. Now, Alcoa police have been telling us that the Winklers' white Tesla sedan was heading northbound and that police describe it as, quote, at a high rate of speed. The driver apparently lost control, crossed the median, hitting a black SUV. According to police, the force of the wreck caused the car to break in half. Also today, police told us the SUV was carrying a 78-year-old woman and a 13-year-old girl. They went to UT Medical Center. Tonight, Alcoa police want to hear from you with information on what happened leading up to that wreck. Maybe you saw something. Call 865-380-4918 if you can help with this ongoing investigation. Our next big story for you, a fatal stabbing from early this morning. Knoxville police are investigating. According to an incident report, officers responded to the Vista Apartments on Hall of Fame Drive just after midnight. When they arrived, we're told they found a man on the staircase with several stab wounds. The man was then taken to UT Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. So far, no suspect or suspects have been taken into custody. If you know anything that can help investigators, you are asked to please call Crime Stoppers. We do have that number for you on your screen right now. It's 865-215-7165. Big questions still surround a weekend incident at a Knoxville hospital. Tonight, 3 Knoxville police officers and a transportation driver are on administrative leave while KPD looks for answers. What we do know comes from a KPD news release saying a woman became unresponsive while she was being taken to jail. That happened Sunday morning. A spokesperson says officers were called to Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center, where a woman there had been discharged but reportedly refused to leave. Officers then put her into a cruiser to take her to the county detention center, and at some point along the way, they noticed she was not responding. An ambulance was called and the woman was taken to a hospital. At last check, the woman was in critical condition. We're told the woman was not handcuffed. No force was used to put her into the car. KPD's Internal Affairs Unit is conducting an internal review. Also, the department says it let the TBI and the DA's office know about this incident. An arrest in a shooting. We're getting new information in our next big story for you tonight. That shooting happening Friday morning in Gatlinburg. Along with an arrest, what we're finding out today is that the case also comes with child abuse charges. Eric Allen faces those charges along with the charge of attempted murder and reckless endangerment. Police say they took Allen into custody after finding a woman had been shot in the arm and the leg. That victim wound up at UT Medical Center. We don't know her name or how she's doing tonight. Our next big story, aiming for a better way to deal with mental illness and the justice system. An idea soon to get a try here in Knox County. A mental health court is designed for adults who have a serious illness to help them get treatment rather than prison time. In practice, it would mean court-ordered judicially supervised treatment plans created by court staff and mental health professionals. Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs says that mental health issues often keep people going in and out of jail. Sheriff Tom Spangler has even called his detention facility the largest mental health facility in the county. If it becomes a reality, Knox County would be the 8th community in Tennessee to establish a mental health court. The concept needs funding and approval from county commissioners. If that happens, it could start operating in August. And we're wrapping up the Big 7 for you with a well-deserved retirement. Taking that step, Link Hudson, the Assistant Athletic Director of Video and Broadcasting at the University of Tennessee, working a combined 3 decades on Rocky Top. Hudson telling us he got into the business with hopes of being a radio DJ, but didn't like his voice, but he did like editing. Over the years, Hudson has had several Emmy nominations for his work, but he says his greatest accomplishment is creating content that fans enjoy.
I think the greatest reward is the feedback from the Tennessee fan base. And when you put something out and it goes viral, quote unquote, and it lives for a day or two out there in the space and people are just raving about it, that was my greatest reward. And just hearing just the feedback. And that's really why we did it. We did it to tell the stories of the student athletes and make sure we did right by them. And then certainly we did it to entertain the fans.
Passing the torch on to a new generation, and says he's excited to see what content they create for UT Athletics. Although Hudson is retiring from UT, he will be teaching a TV production class at William Blount High School. There's going to be some lucky kids going to have a good teacher.